All right, so hey everybody, I'm here with Celeste. I met her in a shop just a moment ago, and she's going to tell me a little bit about Santa Rosa.
I've been living in Sebastopol and Santa Rosa.
And what have you noticed about Santa Rosa that's different from other cities?
To me, Santa Rosa and the whole area is extremely beautiful. Doesn't matter which road you turn down, it's going to be a nice drive. It doesn't matter right or left, and I love that the ocean is really close by. I've actually gone kayaking at Point Reyes and at Jenner, and vineyards are beautiful. The people are nice, and it's not real congested. I left Santa Fe when I was 18 and went to Berkeley, and so it's now 40 some years that I've been kind of in the area, but I had to go back home because my mom got sick, and so I am just now kind of coming home again.
I hear people in Santa Rosa are extremely friendly. Is that true?
That is true. Santa Rosa is a really, really friendly town, and there's a lot of good places to eat here, and there's vineyards about every 100 yards, so...
Really? Are there any shops around here that are your favorite?
Well, I work in the Old Town furniture store, and we have a lot of really cool things in there. But almost every little store around here has something of interest. Like, this is Railroad Square where we are now, and there's, you know, the Whistle Stop, there's Disguise the Limit, which is a kind of a costume store, and so there's all kinds of fun, interesting little stores that are family owned still. You know, we haven't gotten to the big conglomerate stores here yet.
Would you agree with the assessment that Santa Rosa is the #1 place for foodies in America?
I would probably have no reason to disagree with that. If I could afford it, I would go out to eat at a different place every night, and I'm sure I would eat very well. There's so many places.
If you were visiting Santa Rosa, is it a very kid-friendly place, or is it mostly adults only?
Oh no, I think it's a very kid-friendly place, especially. Well, there's all over Santa Rosa. You'll see little statues of Charles Schulz characters from the comic strip Peanuts, because he lived here, and so right up here we have a Woodstock that has a conductor's hat on, and there's Lucy in the park, and Linus, and you know, they're all around.
Yeah, I hear they're scattered throughout the city.
Yeah, they're all over the city. Be a runaway traveler. Visit Santa Rosa as soon as you can.
All over Santa Rosa, there are these little statues, these peanut statues everywhere. And they tell me that there's a website that's found them all. So I'm not sure how many there are, but apparently they're scattered everywhere. So it's kind of like a scavenger hunt for peanuts. Hey guys, so I'm talking to you right now from in front of downtown and in front of the mall. They're right next to each other, like literally across the street. So if you go traveling with kids or anything, you could hang out in downtown, check out all the shops, the antique stores, furniture stores, restaurants, and you can send your kids over to the mall to go hang out over there. They have great shops here. The mall's actually a really nice size. They have everything you'd expect them to have. Alright, so this is a bridge, and we're underneath it walking towards downtown from the mall. The mall is actually back over that way. That's a parking garage. It's behind the parking garage. We just walked down this nice little area. So you're in the mall 1 minute, and now you're in the beautiful downtown area the next. And you'd think that downtown would be small, but I mean, there's so many shops and so many things to see. It's actually really big and difficult to get through in one day. But it's a very, very nice area. It's so clean, like, they're just leaves. I don't see any garbage anywhere. There's no litter anywhere. It's pretty impressive. Hey guys, so I'm gonna take a moment to tell you a little bit about Santa Rosa, California. So One of the things that Santa Rosa is known for is its food. In fact, bestplaces.net ranks it #1 in the country for foodies. So if you're a foodie, come out to Santa Rosa. You will not be disappointed. Food almost seems to be a way of life out here in Santa Rosa. On top of that, they do have great wine. And in fact, I've heard from a few locals that there is a kind of like almost rivalry between Sonoma and Napa Valley wine. So we'll let them battle it out. I mean, they're the wine experts. Santa Rosa is also known as one of the friendliest cities in California, and they also are one of the happiest. There are no hostels in Santa Rosa, so you just gotta make do. Santa Rosa has a city ordinance against sleeping in your car, so what I would recommend is going to Rona Park, which is right before you come into the city, and I would stay there. They have a Walmart parking lot there that you can stay in. And I was also told there is a club out here. There are actually a couple. There's Society and Belvedere, and those seem to be the most popular spots for the locals. They love going there. And in fact, I heard that Belvedere is usually the place that most of the city ends up at night, you know, before everything closes around 2. I noticed that a lot of the small businesses will, you know, open at 12 and close at 4, or like open at 11 and close at 5. So if you really want to head into the downtown area and discover something unique, make sure that you do it in the afternoon and that you make time for it, because you don't want to get there too late and it be closed. To really get the feel of the city, you got to come down at around 11 and probably stay until 3, and that's local life. You start late, end early, nice and relaxing. We're gonna go check it out and see what we think. Hey everybody, so we're here in Santa Rosa, California right now, and we're in a park that has 2 statues that were donated by its sister city of Jeju, South Korea, which is actually a small little province in Korea. This is pretty cool. I'll show you the park behind me. So this is the park. It's right by what I'm assuming is a major street. It's got a nice little waterfall and a bridge. It's a really cool place. Now these 2 little statues over here were what was donated by the city. Let's walk over and head over. They kind of remind me of little statues from Easter Island. So this is a pretty cool little park that you can visit. It's really small, but it's very nice. So when you're making your trip down to Santa Rosa, California, make sure you stop by and check out these statues. It's absolutely free. It's right on the side of the road. All you do is put a nickel in the machine and you stay here for 10-20 minutes, relax, read, and you gotta check these guys out. They're really cool. Important note, the statues are actually right across from the City Hall. So just a short walk away from the statues, we're actually heading down the block down to Luther Burbank Home and Gardens. It's actually his original home and garden. So we're gonna check it out and I'll give you a little history. So for those of you who don't know who Luther Burbank is, he's actually the father of horticulture and plant hybridization. And he lived here in Santa Rosa, California. In fact, this is his house and we can actually go on a tour. So let's check it out. This building right here is his residence. Now on the sign, it tells you times that it's open, who he is, where he lived, how long he lived here, and as you walk through it tells you a little bit about his career and what he's done for the community. So the cool thing about Luther Burbank's home is it's surrounded by gardens and some of the hybrid flowers that he created and some of the hybrid roses that other horticulturalists have hybridized throughout the years, and it actually gives you all the information on the plaques. And in fact, if that's not enough information, you can also follow along on a guided tour using your cell phone. You call a number, follow the instructions, and it takes you through each flower bed as you walk along his home. So as you walk the gardens in Luther Burbank's home, all these plaques give you plenty of information, or give you information on when he created them and how he created them and the purpose for creating them. So one famous quote by Luther Burbank is, "I shall be content if because of me there shall be better fruits and fairer flowers." And that's exactly what he's done. Most of the flowers that we have now are not natural plant species. They're actually developed by a horticulturalist and Luther Burbank himself. In fact, we have a great example over here of one of the, actually something that made him very famous, which was the quince. Now, Luther Burbank introduced this in 1893, and it was called the Van Diemen quince. And he received a medal from the American Pomological Society for this interesting fruit that he named after H.E. Van Diemen, a pomologist of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, with whom he often communicated. Now, as we walk along the path that's so beautifully paved in brick, we come along this wall of information and history on Luther Burbank. We have pictures, we have information on the fruits and different flowers that he's created and helped develop. So here's more of like the yard. They have a fountain, beautiful, beautiful feature. And it's actually right across from a really nice park. And in fact, there's actually a church over there called Run Redwood Church. And I'll show you a little bit more about that later. But as we walk through, this is the area. It's a really lovely place to sit, relax, smell beautiful flowers, and this garden is very interactive. You can actually come over towards the end section and they have scented plants. Just run your hands over the plants or run your hands over the herbs. One of my favorites is the lemon verbena. It's amazing, just run your hands through it. Take a smell. Can you smell it through the camera? This is the home of Luther Burbank with all of his works surrounding. In fact, after he died, his wife kept up a lot of the plants and roses so she would always have fresh flowers. I feel like after this tour, you really can't find a better reason to visit Santa Rosa. This is free. You just walk in. It's a white little picket fence. Pick up your cell phone, start your guided tour, and start to learn where all your fruits and vegetables came from. Because guess what? Next time you go to the grocery store, you'll know who to thank for your quinces and thornless blackberries. I encourage everybody when they come in to donate to the Luther Burbank Home and Garden. It's a wonderful place. Free tours, help keep it up. And it's right at the entrance when you walk in. Very first thing on your right hand side, a little box, donations. Hey guys, so I'm here in Bali. I'm just kidding. It feels like I've been transported. This is the home of one of the people that's letting me crash on their couch. It's really nice. He's a landscaper, does a really good job. Anyway, so I'm signing off. I know my videos need more organization, so I'm going to work on that. But just want to let you know that perchancebly, I might be coming out with an even better video when I go to San Jose today. Perchancebly. I want to encourage everybody out there to be a runaway traveler. Get out there, go explore, and remember that nothing's out of your reach. The only thing that's stopping you from traveling is you. So I'll see you guys later.